The sun was high over the forest-lined road, its rays slicing through the trees and casting sharp shadows on the asphalt. A lone biker roared along the highway, his leather jacket glinting in the bright daylight. He was no ordinary rider, a member of the infamous Hells Angels, yet beneath the rugged exterior, he had a heart that would not ignore a cry for help. As he leaned into a turn near the edge of the forest, a strange movement caught his eye. He slowed, squinting at the roadside. There, chained to a sturdy tree, was a mother tiger. Her golden eyes were wide with fear, her body tense, every muscle taut and ready to strike. And in front of her, trembling on the dusty road, were two tiny cubs, their innocent faces staring directly at him. The biker's heart pounded. He had seen danger before, but nothing like this. The tiger's growl rumbled through the air, low and warning. Yet in her eyes, he saw a desperate plea, a silent message, "Help us, please." He pulled his bike to a cautious stop, engine idling softly. "Easy, girl," he whispered, though he didn't know if she understood him. The cubs shuffled closer to him instinctively, seeking safety, their little claws scrabbling at the ground. The scene was surreal, a Hells Angels biker, a trapped wild mother, and her two defenseless cubs, caught on the edge of a road that could have been their doom. For a moment, he just watched, calculating. Any sudden movement could provoke the tiger. She had the strength of a dozen men and the instincts of a predator honed by the wild. And yet, he could see the chains biting into her fur, the strain in her shoulders. He had to act. Slowly, he stepped off his bike, keeping his movements calm and measured. The cubs followed him cautiously, as if sensing that he was their only ally. He reached the tiger's side, eyes locked on hers. She growled low, but there was hesitation, an instinct telling her that he might help rather than harm. The biker's hands were steady. He began working on the chain that bound her, testing the lock and pulling at the links. Time seemed to stretch. Every second was tense, each movement critical. The cubs mewed softly, and he glanced down, feeling a surge of protective instinct. This wasn't just a rescue, it was a chance to save an entire family. After what felt like hours but was only minutes, the chain finally gave way. The mother tiger shifted, her muscles relaxing slightly as the metal clattered to the ground. She didn't run immediately. Instead, she nuzzled her cubs, gathering them close, and finally, she looked at the biker. There was recognition there, an understanding that he had risked himself for them. The tension in the air dissolved as the family slowly moved away from the roadside, venturing back toward the safety of the forest. The cubs scampered around their mother, their trust in the biker evident. He stepped back, allowing them their moment, watching as they disappeared among the trees. For a long while, he stood there, silent, the engine of his bike ticking softly in the heat. He had faced battles on the road, in the streets, and in his life, but this was different. Saving a family that could have destroyed him in a heartbeat had required courage, patience, and a respect for life that transcended fear. The biker climbed back onto his bike, revving the engine. As he rode away, he felt a strange sense of satisfaction. Sometimes, the most dangerous encounters could also be the most rewarding. And sometimes, courage wasn't about fighting your enemies, it was about saving the innocent, no matter the cost. Back on the highway, the world seemed brighter, calmer. He knew the tiger and her cubs were safe, and for once, the thrill of the ride was not about speed or rebellion, but about the knowledge that he had done something truly right. For those watching this story, let it serve as a reminder, true heroism is measured not by the battles we win, but by the lives we save. Sometimes, it takes a biker, a wild mother, and two tiny cubs to show the world what courage, compassion, and bravery really look like.